Good morning, class 4. I'm your SST teacher. Students, yesterday we started our new chapter, Weather Facts. And in yesterday's lesson, we talked about the water cycle and we discussed about the weather and the factors of the weather. Today, we are going to continue that chapter. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is humidity. If you remember, we discussed that there are different factors. Factors mean when they change, the weather of a place changes. And the factors that we discussed yesterday was temperature, atmospheric pressure, and precipitation, which means rain or snowfall. Today we are going to discuss humidity. Please open your books and start following the lesson. Humidity means amount of water vapor in the air. Students, as you know, there is air everywhere around us. Whether we are out or we are inside our home or in our room, there is air everywhere around us. And you know, in that air, there are very small water vapors. We cannot look at those water vapors like this, but they are always present. And that water vapors in air, they are called humidity. If there are more water vapors, the humidity will increase. For example, nowadays, when you are continuously sweating, the humidity in your air is very high. Humidity plays an important role in transferring water from the sea to land through clouds and precipitation. When humidity is high, a large amount of water is transferred from sea to land through clouds. You remember in yesterday's lesson we discussed that when the heat of sun reaches on the seas and the ocean, the water evaporates and this evaporated water forms clouds. So when there is high humidity, a large amount of clouds are formed. Water vapor, clouds and the movement of the air combine to control the temperature. And if you remember, we also discussed that whenever it rains, the temperature goes down. The next factor is wind. Wind means moving air. Though there is air everywhere around us, but when this air starts moving, it is called wind. Please remember it, there is air everywhere around us, but when this air starts moving, we call it wind. And if you remember, yesterday we discussed about the air pressure. When the air pressure or atmospheric pressure at any place decreases, the air in that area starts moving faster and we call it wind. The last factor that we are going to read at the moment is the solar radiation. Solar means sun, radiation means rays. So it means the rays that are coming from the sun. And if you remember, last time we said that the main source of the heat and light for our earth is sun. If there is no sun, it means there is no light, there is no heat on our earth. And solar radiation, they are very important. Students, you remember last time when we were discussing the water cycle, in that topic we discussed that water is evaporated only because of the heat of the sun. If there is no sun, there will be no evaporation, which means there are no clouds and no rain. So it is actually the sun that is controlling the amount of rain. And then plants also use the sunlight to make their food. The sun rays power the movement of the wind and the ocean current, and because of the heat of the sun, the cloud formation and the wind also get affected. Students, please look at the bottom of the page number 20. A heading is written there, instrument used to record the weather. You know, weather, we constantly need to record it for many purposes. For example, we need to know when is it going to rain, for the sake of the crops or for the sake of, let's say, flights. In case of bad weather, many flights got cancelled. So there are different ways to record the weather. Let's look at them one by one. Here a word is written meteorologist. Meteorologist is a person that study or forecast. Forecast mean predict the weather. And there are different ways to forecast about the weather. The first one is the satellites. Satellites are basically large machines, and those machines, they are found in the space. Those machines are sent into the space by the NASA. NASA is a space association. It sends the satellite into the space, and what do satellites do there? They record the temperature, they record the weather, they tell us if there is going to be a cyclone in some area, they tell us about the movement of the clouds, they tell us when is it going to rain in particular area. Another word is written here, it is called geostationary satellites. Please remember it, the satellites that give us the information about the weather, they are called geostationary satellites. They are situated in one place and transmit data to the earth at regular intervals. Now these geostationary satellites, they take pictures from the space and they send those pictures on the earth. Meteorologists, they study those pictures and they tell us if it is going to rain or if a storm is expected. Please turn your page and come on to the page number 21. An instrument is mentioned here, it is called barometer, and the picture of barometer is this one. Please look at it carefully. Barometers are used to measure the air pressure. It tells whether the air pressure is rising or not. A rising barometer indicates increase in the pressure, and a falling barometer tells decreasing air pressure. Barometer tells us about the air pressure. And here is the image of the barometer. Next is the hygrometer, and this is the picture of the hygrometer. You remember in the earlier part of this video we discussed humidity. This is a device, this is the instrument that we use to measure the humidity in the atmosphere. And one thing that you need to remember is that humidity is always higher in the areas that are near the sea. Thermometer, I'm sure all of you know what a thermometer is. Here is the picture of thermometer. Thermometer, we use it to measure the temperature, and in thermometer we always use an element which is called mercury. It is called mercury. And the next one is the rain gauge. As the name is telling you, we use rain gauge to measure the amount of the rain. The last one is the wind vane. Wind vane tells us about the direction of the wind. So students, today we have discussed humidity, solar radiation, and then we discussed that there are different instruments with the help of which we measure or record the weather. These things include satellites, geostationary satellites, they send data on the earth, barometer which tells us about the air pressure, hygrometer which tells us about the humidity, thermometer, it tells us about the temperature, rain gauge that tells us the amount of the rain that has fallen over an area, and the wind vane that tells us about the direction of wind. Students, please read this chapter carefully, read these topics very carefully. Inshallah, tomorrow I am going to send you a worksheet regarding this topic, and I hope you will be able to solve it. Thank you students, take care.